Hello everyone, this is Rebecca1/Noobs here, and I'm here to give you another Helper's Corner tutorial. This is going to be based on Winamp and how to make custom skins. However, we're not going to get into scripts, we're going to just alter the visuals of a skin. I will get into that later. However, for now, let's throw in some disclaimers like I do not own Hatsune Miku, and I do not own Assassin Girl 2, the skin. And the only programs that you will need is the default opener for .zip files and a image editor like Photoshop. Maybe the free version like GIMP can easily do something as what we're gonna do. And you're gonna need, well, you don't know what you'll need unless you actually check out the skin beforehand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace one girl with Hatsune Miku, and I will show you in a moment. Alright, so let's say that you were fiddling around and then you decided you wanted to get a different Winamp skin because this skin got old. This skin is good, but you've been staring at the skin for 10 years and you just don't even know why you still have it. Well, I started feeling the same way, and so I got curious, and surprise surprise, I did not find a way to make a modern Winamp skin. You can make a Winamp skin, the old one, fast. However, making a modern one where it's curved or visually appealing, you have to get deep into scripting, and I thought there would be an easier way by just using another skin, and there is. It's just that no one made a tutorial, so I'm going to, well, make the tutorial. So let's install the skin that you hopefully chosen. I will assume that you've chosen the skin, or pause the video right now to get it, and I'll show you my skin right now. You can double click the skin, click yes, and then boom, look at all this fade in girl, fade in playlist, and fade in buttons. All of this because of scripts. Now, that is the difference that we're going to be making right now. The visuals that we're going to be changing is the elements that you see on the actual skin itself. For me, I'm going to just change the girl and possibly the buttons or the blood. But the buttons, the blood, the bar, pretty much all the visuals you can change. However, you cannot change the button layout. You cannot change how it fades in and fades out, etc., etc. I really hope you get the point, but basically you're just changing how it looks. You can't change how it functions. Alright, so basically once you found your skin, for me it is Assassin Girl 2, you're gonna click on it, copy, paste, and you're gonna change two things. For one, I'm gonna change the file name to Miku. Then we're going to go to the .wall and change it to zip file. Click yes to change it, and then now it has become a zip file. What you want to do is right click and extract, and then you should be able to roam around the folder. Now all the XML is the scripts of the Winamp skin, so do not mess with the XML at all, and instead I'm going to go to player, where all the main focuses that you should be changing, and I found the girl.png. Now if the file type is PNG, make sure you save it and replace it with a PNG. I did not actually study or go into the code, but I'm just gonna guess and highly recommend that you do not replace it, for if it's not the same file type associated, it might not work and just revert to that disgusting box skin that is default. Alright, so what I'm going to do is going to open girl.png in Adobe Photoshop, and just to make sure that you guys understand, this girl is pixelated. So if you shrink a bigger image down to her size, you probably won't notice it. And since the song is Hatsune Miku, I figured it should be Hatsune Miku that I replace her with. Alright, so we're just going to resize her. Okay, oops. To be honest, it shouldn't matter. Like, unless the visual effect is meant for someone that tall, I don't think Hatsune Miku has to be that tall. So you just want to grab something similar to the magic eraser tool and just get rid of the background. Be careful though, because I put the tolerance low because I know that the leg shadow is too close to black, so it starts erasing it. And so what you can do is try to reduce the tolerance so that way maybe you can save most of the leg. Well, yeah, that's the best I can do. Okay, once you're done cleaning up your person, for me it's Miku, you can get rid of the original girl.png and then save it as a girl.png. And then replace it. Or you can save it separately and then delete it and then put it in if you want to do it that way, but I just simply replaced it. Alright, now that you've officially edited your file, and what you want to do is you want to open the zip file, go into the exact same folder that you wanted to change, find the file that you wanted to change, and for us it is girl.png, delete, and then put it in. Okay, the girl.png should be in now, and remember, this is the same file in which I copied and pasted and changed to a zip file. Now what we're going to do is, for that very same file, we're going to double click the name and change it back to a .wall file. It has to be the same file that was the .wall. You can't try to convert this folder into a .wall. It will not work. I've tried. So let's test it when we double click this and say yes. As we see, Miku comes out, and just like I said, the visual effect is a little bit weird because she's not as tall as the girl and she came out lower, but to be honest, it's not that bad. You're still able to click the buttons and everything. But yeah, Miku is now there instead of the assassin girl. Now, mind you, just like how it shows here, her hair kind of cuts off this button. I can still click on it for media library, but the visual element can sometimes cover the button layout as it's meant to be compared to Assassin's Girl, because Assassin's Girl's body would just be straight, but unlike her, Miku has her hair coming out on the sides, where Assassin's Girl like was just straight in the middle. And so it might cover buttons or it might mess up, but that's how you change visually. If you want, you can go back in here, I don't know, you can edit the player, you can make the blood blue. Sure, why not? Let's make the blood blue. Alright, so let's say that you wanted this type of blue. Yeah, that looks much better. Alright, so let's say I wanted a blue stain instead of a blood stain. I can go back and then change it, then save it as panel.png, replace it. Now if I were to go back into the Miku.wall, I can go into it again, change it back to a zip, click yes, and then I'll go into player, and then what was it called? It was called panel. I will try to find, is it panel 1? Yeah, panel 1. So I'm going to delete panel 1, replace it with, or not panel 1, just panel. I'm going to delete panel and replace it with the panel that I've edited with blue blood, and then that should be it. Oh no, not delete it yet. Okay, so once you've made all your edits, just go back, change it from a zip right back to a wall file, click yes, install it, and then boom, it's Miku with blue blood, or maybe a blue splatter. But yeah, that's how you change it. If you want to make more complex designs, try to find more complex skins, but that is how you edit a Winamp skin. I really hope that you like this tutorial and have fun trying to make skins. And be careful. You might mess up throughout the process. Maybe you'll try to make the folder into a zip file, or maybe you'll get the wrong wall file and then it'll just mess up somewhere around that road. Just keep going back and maybe just redo the whole thing. It's honestly, it's better to redo the entire process than just sitting around trying to figure out what you messed up in. Just go back to the original skin file. You can copy another one and then just do it over again. Besides, you have an entire folder where you have all the edited elements and you can easily replace it. So it shouldn't be that hard. Alright, well, that was the end of this tutorial. I really hope you found this helpful. And yeah, happy skin making.